YouTube? My name is Donna and welcome back to my channel No Marinated, where I make videos on a ton of topics such as lifestyle, fashion, beauty, fitness, and anything that's going to make us the best life possible. So today I have an interesting video. I have been on YouTube for about 6 months now, well, approaching 6 months, and I thought it would be a really great idea to start a series for other new YouTubers just like myself. So starting YouTube could be very tricky. It is not an easy job, and there is a lot that they don't tell you. There are so many really great YouTube channels out there, and I'll put a list of some of the people that I follow below. So they're doing a great job explaining how to maneuver around YouTube when you're a new YouTuber. So I thought it would be a really cool idea to start a brand new series called From One New YouTuber to Another, where I would give new YouTubers my advice in real time as it's actually happening. What kind of advice can I give to other new YouTubers or YouTubers who haven't decided to start yet and are still bouncing the idea around of starting their own YouTube channel? What kind of advice can I give them in actual real time as I am still a new YouTuber? So I thought it would be a really cool idea to start this series. So at the time that I'm filming this, I only have 37 subscribers, so I'm a really brand new YouTuber. But some of my videos have gained some momentum, and one of my videos is almost approaching 500 views. So there's a lot to learn when you're first starting out on YouTube. This video is going to specifically explain what the best camera equipment is and essentials that you're going to need when you're first starting your channel. Now, there are tons of videos out there that you can watch that's going to explain all these things to you, but those channels have gained their traction already, and they're so popular and so huge that it's actually not the advice of a new YouTuber. So in this video specifically, I'm going to go over what the best camera equipment is when you're first starting out as a beginner, what you need, and some tips and tricks that I've learned so far along the way. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'm going to leave links to everything that I talk about in this video, so you can go ahead and check out everything that I'm using so far. But let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So right off the bat, you're probably thinking to yourself, exactly what could this girl offer me? She's not been on YouTube for long enough, she has no experience, and she has no followers. So why would I listen to anything that she has to say? Well, you're right, I absolutely have no experience, but that is the purpose of this series. Me learning as I go and sharing my thoughts, my process, and my experiences, and some advice that I am learning to you guys who are just either starting out or who have not started their channel yet but are still thinking about it. So a lot of these YouTube channels that are already established, who have large followings, who have blown up, who have great expertise and great videos out there already, you may be thinking to myself, well, why would I listen to you when I can go ahead and watch one of those videos? And you're absolutely right. But what if you start a brand new job? This to me is a brand new job, but unfortunately I don't have any coworkers to ask for advice. Like usually, let's say you start in a restaurant and you're not sure how to maneuver around the kitchen, or you don't know where the dishes are, or you don't know where the utensils are, or you're not sure exactly what that regular likes to eat, so you ask a colleague or you ask somebody you know. What if you don't know the price of a dessert, or you don't know how to use the Posi Touch? Who do you go to for this information when you're just starting out a job together? You go to your coworkers, but unfortunately when you're on YouTube and you're just starting a channel, there aren't any coworkers to ask. So you can ask other YouTubers who are out there who've blown up so big, but do they have the time to sift through hundreds and sometimes hundreds of thousands of questions to get to your answer? Here I am, just starting out. I'm a brand new colleague just like you. We're starting a new job together. Let's bounce some ideas off each other. So that is the purpose of me starting this series, and I'm going to do a bunch of videos like this. Today we're going to talk about camera equipment. We're going to talk about essential equipment that you're going to need to start your YouTube channel, and then to follow, I'm going to go through just a ton of stuff that I've learned along the way. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, what are you going to film your videos on? Are you going to use your iPhone, or are you going to use a camera? Now, if you're first starting out, you don't necessarily need a great camera. or any camera for that fact. You can use your cell phone. An iPhone will work really, really well if you have an iPhone. It's just the most compatible with a lot of things that are being used today, and it's the most easy to upload on, and it also comes with iMovie, which is absolutely free. So in the first couple of videos that I was filming, I was only filming on my iPhone. The camera quality as far as the video is actually not that bad, and sometimes some of my videos came out a lot clearer than actually using my camera. The problem with the iPhone is that the sound quality is not that great. If you're filming in your car, you hear a lot of feedback, a lot of jumping, a lot of extra surround sound that you actually don't want in your video. Now, you can add a microphone to your camera, but I suggest starting off very, very slow. We're working on YouTube on a budget. We basically aren't making any money right now, and we basically don't have that many followers. So with any type of business, starting out a brand, you want to invest when you have the funds and the means to invest in your brand. And starting out slow, I think, is absolutely key to getting on the right track to make better videos. So the camera that I'm using to film is a Canon Rebel T5i. I had bought this a few years ago because I'm really into photography, so I really bought the camera for that. I like to do flat lays and other types of, still frames and subjects I like to film. So I got the camera as obviously a hobby, but I do love photography, so I chose the Rebel T5i because it came with a really amazing bundle. It came with a tripod and an auto shutter, and it just came with a bunch of stuff. I will leave links, like I said, to everything down below so you can check out every piece of equipment that I am currently using. So when I came into starting YouTube, I already had the camera, but sometimes the camera just wasn't working for me. So I needed to film off my iPhone. It was more convenient, and because I just started out, I was embarrassed carrying a camera around, to be quite honest with you. I mean, walking into an establishment with a camera in your hands could be nerve-wracking. People are staring at you and you're not even sure like what you're doing, what you're supposed to say. It's an awful, uncomfortable situation. So to start doing some filming, if I was going to do vlogging or anything like that, I used my iPhone. So I suggest that you can totally film your videos on your iPhone if you do not have a camera. And you don't need an expensive camera. There are tons and tons of cameras out there for you to choose from. Just make sure you can either upload the footage to your computer or you can be editing your footage from your phone. So the second essential piece of equipment that you are going to need to start your YouTube channel is a tripod. So a lot of times you're going to be filming completely alone, and the best thing to do is film with a tripod. It gives the ability to be hands-free, it's sturdy, and you could really get the right angles and manipulate the camera to look exactly the way that you want it to look. Now, if you're propping it on some books or you're propping it on like a tabletop or anything like that, it really isn't sturdy and you're not going to get the height that you really need and the camera angles that you want to make a quality video. So the first tripod that I had gotten wasn't a bad tripod, it was just too short. So when you're purchasing the tripod, you want to make sure that it's coming up to at least your eye level. The tripod that I'm using today is a 62-inch. I got it off of Amazon. And like I said, I will leave links below to all the equipment that I talk about here today. The problem that I was having with this tripod was that it was too short. I would need to prop it up on a chair, the couch, or a set of books to get the level that I needed. It came way too short and it would not be the height that I needed to film an eye-to-eye level video. So make sure you take that into consideration when you are choosing a tripod, that you are getting the right height and the sturdiness. This tripod works really well because it gives me 3 different levels that I can choose from. The legs lock into place. They have a leveler to tell me exactly if the camera is straight or uneven. You can maneuver the head to either go vertical or horizontal, and there's like spindles or divots in the legs that will dig itself into any grass or dirt. So if you're filming by yourself, it will really make the tripod very sturdy. This tripod worked well for a while, but I just outgrew it. Next thing that you're going to need, and I think it's an essential if you're vlogging or you're doing any type of Instagram live feeds, is going to be a mini grip. This is going to be great if you're traveling around the room and you really are getting movement shots, or if you're vlogging and you want to stick your camera on here. Having a mini grip is just ideal. If you're doing like Instagram lives where you're talking to your followers or your customers, you can prop your cell phone up right on this and you can take live video. Tripod for me is a complete game changer, and it's definitely something that you're gonna need when you're starting out and you have a brand new YouTube channel. Like I said, you're gonna be filming alone most of the time, and you're gonna need something that's hands-free, that you can get all different types of angles and you can really shoot by yourself and not worry about the camera falling over, or that you're not getting the best quality video because you're not resting it straight on a tripod. There's no movement. You're not going to get any shakiness if you have it on a tripod. That's what's great about it, and you are going to get much better quality videos. You can sit face to face and do a tutorial like this, like I'm doing, and it can be really super easy, and you don't need to worry about the camera just falling over onto the floor. So for me, as a new YouTuber, a tripod is a number 2 essential. So the next essential piece of equipment that you are going to need when you're first starting out on YouTube is an automatic shutter release remote. This is a complete game changer, and I cannot believe that I did not have this prior to starting my channel. It was literally impossible. When you first start out on YouTube, you are going to make a ton of mistakes when you're filming. You are nervous, you want to make a great impression, so you kind of overdo yourself. You are talking basically to no one. You're talking into a camera, which necessarily may not be something that you're used to or you're comfortable doing. So you're going to fumble your words a lot. I speak very, very fast. I'm from New York, I'm from Brooklyn, I talk very fast, and I have a very heavy Brooklyn accent. So sometimes my words get all jumbled and I trip over myself, and I know what I want to say. I'm kind of like, my brain knows what it wants to say before the words actually come out of my mouth. So I'm talking too fast and I miss a lot of syllables, a lot of sentences, and a lot of things that I wish, when I go back and look at my footage, I think to myself, wow, I wish I would have slowed down like I'm doing right now. I'm talking so fast because I'm nervous, and you want to make a great impression, you want to make a great video. So my point is that you're going to keep on stopping and starting your videos often. And what I would literally do is get up out of my chair and going over to the camera. I'd be all situated and like locked into place, and I would have everything all around me, filming all this, all the stuff that I'm going to be filming for the video. And I would literally have to move everything out of the way and get up and then stop the camera. And I was like, this is ridiculous. What am I doing? Why am I not using a remote shutter? And finally, I invested in one, which my bundle came with a shutter release, and I didn't even know it, and I went out and bought another one. So I basically have 2 shutter releases now, which is good. In case I lose one, I'll always have a backup. It is very time consuming to get up and stopping and starting your videos all the time. So having a remote in your hand where you can literally just click your video on and click your video off when you're in the middle of making a mistake, and then you can literally erase that video in real time, so you don't have abundance of videos that you need to go ahead and edit later on. So key to filming your videos is really time management, so you're not wasting your time doing things over and over and over again. And listen, things are not going to be perfect in the beginning. You are going to make mistakes, and your videos are not going to be the quality or the way you want them. That is the whole process of learning and learning on YouTube, which is something that I'm really starting to accept, because I am a perfectionist. I know what visually I want my videos to look like. I have ideas in my head, but sometimes you just don't know how to execute them because you have no experience. So you have to just learn, trial and error, learn what works for you, and then go back and learn from your mistakes. The shutter release is also perfect for thumbnails, because obviously you're going to take a really great thumbnail that is like the forefront of what people see. They're the start of your videos, and it's what's really drawing people's attention to your channel, is having a great, awesome thumbnail. So you're going to want to take a selfie of yourself, a photo of yourself, and how else are you going to do that without a shutter release remote? The one that I have here is just from Amazon Basics. It's a great tool, and it literally works. I just put my camera on timer mode, and I'm able to stop and start my videos. So having this is essential if you are first starting out on YouTube. This is like the #1 thing that you need. So another piece of literally ride or die equipment that I cannot believe it took me so long to get this. I didn't even know that I needed it. I didn't even know that it even existed out there until I went searching for something like this, and I actually found it. So the #1 thing that you need, I feel like I'm saying everything is a #1 thing when you're first starting out, but And I don't want you to go out and buy all these things right away if you're first starting your channel. I did not purchase these things all at one time. I slowly, gradually got them as I built my channel, as I started practicing and doing more videos. I realized what obstacles I was facing, and then I went and I tried to fix them to make my videos better quality. So I did not purchase these things right away. The only thing that I had was my camera. I had the tripod, but because I was doing my photography and I was doing flat lays and stuff like that, and I was using the tripod for other things other than YouTube, so I had that tripod already, but it wasn't great quality. So like I said, you want to make sure you're getting a tripod that is really sturdy and really great quality. So all you have to do is just purchase one and be one and done. But I cannot believe that I did not get this piece of equipment before. And this is literally a lifesaver and a game changer. It is this power supply adapter. And here's the issue that I was running into when I was filming my video. I had one battery. I don't know what one battery I thought was going to do for me, but it's not going to do anything for you. You need multiple backup batteries, and they're relatively inexpensive and very cheap. And you need them if you're going to do any type of filming outside. These batteries, although you think they're going to have a long-lasting life, what they don't tell you is that they die very quickly. And even though you're charging them overnight, and you're doing whatever they tell you is the right thing to charge your batteries, they still die. So here's the issue that I was having. My batteries would die on me constantly. I could not even get through a video without the camera dying. When I first did one of my videos on inspirational books that you would want to read, I had to film that in 2 separate days because I had one battery and the battery died, and it takes a long time for the battery to recharge, and the battery was not holding a charge. So I went out and purchased multiple batteries, but I still was having an issue worrying about charging the batteries and stuff like that. So I found this power supply adapter, which literally plugs into the wall, and it will never let your battery die. It comes with a portable battery. Basically, you stick this end into the battery compartment, and now you have a long-lasting battery that will never ever die on you. Like now, my battery's dying. So I'm gonna go plug in my adapter. So my adapter is all plugged in, and now I have a fully charged battery. So now for the rest of this video, I do not need to worry if my battery is gonna die or not, because I literally have a stand-in battery that will last me my entire video. So the next thing I want to talk about is lighting. Now, lighting is key to a quality video, and if you look back at some of my videos, it's all been trial and error for me. Right now, I'm still working on grasping the quality of those videos. And if you look back on some of my other videos, the quality was a little bit poor and the lighting wasn't that great. And it's all, like I said, trial and error. Before we can walk, we need to crawl. So these are all things that we're going to iron out, and later on, when we finally learn from our mistakes, we're going to keep on getting better and better. Before you know it, we're going to be an expert like all those other 100,000 YouTubers. So it's all going to be a journey for us. Basically, it's going to be really hard for you to shoot a really good video with no lighting. Your videos are going to come out very dark, very grainy, and very blurry. So lighting is key. But unfortunately, when you're first starting out, you cannot afford fancy lighting equipment, nor do some of us have the room for all this equipment. Who has the space to have ring lights and studio lights and all these other gadgets when you're working with a limited area? So sunlight and windows are your #1 key to getting the best natural light possible. Unfortunately, where I live and where I shoot, I don't have much quality lighting, and I have very few windows. So it's been a little difficult for me to get the perfect lighting that I want. But I used to shoot a lot of my videos right in front of a window, the one and only window that I think is the best that I can use. And unfortunately, to me, some of that backdrop gets just very boring. If everyone is looking at the same thing every time I'm filming, either the bedpost or the couch or the wall or the backdrop, I feel like those videos get very, very boring and people want a variety. So I know when I shoot in front of the window, I'm going to get the better quality videos, but I get very bored filming in the same space. So working in front of a window is key to getting the best quality of videos. So you necessarily do not need lights. You do not need studio lights. You just need a lot of natural light. And if you don't have natural light, then you want to get light bulbs that are LED 100 watts or more. Those are the best lights that you can get. So if you are working in your house and you have lamps, you're going to notice that your lamps are very yellow. So you're going to notice when I turn on the lamp in my house, you're going to get a lot of yellow light. And this is not what we want in our videos. This is not flattering, it's not soft, and it doesn't look good when it picks up on the camera. It gives a very yellow hue. A lot of the lamps in our house are designed to just let us see, but necessarily they're not giving us a natural daylight. If lamps are the only thing that you have to work with in your house, then just change out your bulbs and replace them with LED 100 watt bulbs, and make sure that the package says daylight. This is going to mimic the natural sun the most closest possible and get those really nice, soft, illuminated videos that you're looking for. Now, when I used to shoot in front of my window, I came up with a solution to really dull out and blur some of the harshness that the sunlight does bring on to my face. I want my face to come out as clear and soft as I possibly can. And I came up with a really inexpensive solution that I think will work well if you're filming in front of a window, and that is a shower curtain. Believe it or not, you could get this shower curtain so cheap. You could get it at the Dollar Tree, or you could get it anywhere in any store that you shop in. And by putting the shower curtain in front of your window, it will give you a diffuse of sunlight coming in, making the appearance on your face a lot softer and giving you a more natural look. The shower curtain technique is inexpensive, and it really will help soften out all of those features when you are filming your videos. Now, it took me a really long time to get the studio lights behind me. I had to really choose carefully. I don't have a lot of storage space. I knew a ring light was not going to work for me. I have no place to put this light when I'm done filming. I don't even have an extra corner to fit it in, but these specific lights that I found are amazing. They fold up and they go into a really convenient travel case. So these umbrellas just close right up. It came with 3 light bulbs, 3 stands, and they just work perfectly. So little by little, I am gaining more video experience. And let's face it, I'm not a videographer. I've never done any type of videos. So it really is trial and error for me. Photography is really where my expertise and my forte is, but videos are something that I'm still getting very used to. And I knew that the quality of my videos is not exactly what I was looking for, nor my viewers. If I have poor quality videos, my viewers are not going to want to subscribe to my channel because they're going to look at my videos and they're not going to want to watch them. They're basically not aesthetically pleasing. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a lot of tips and tricks from me, from one new YouTuber to another. Just the best advice I can give you is be patient. I know it seems like it's an uphill battle, that you're learning basically a new trade and a new job. And if you have a full-time job, now you have 2. So believe it or not, you will get there. It's a slow and steady climb. This is not something that you are going to get overnight. And I keep telling myself that every single day, because there are days that I get so frustrated. There are days that I think to myself, why in the world am I putting myself through this? Why am I doing this? But I really enjoy it. It's fun. And I see a brand and a lifestyle for myself that I know is just lingering at my fingertips. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and you learned just a ton of stuff from me. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. It really helps me out with my channel. Leave comments below on different types of topics that you would like to see. So this is not the last topic in this series. I really hope to make a ton more videos around this topic and start a brand new series for myself, and I really hope that you enjoy it. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your views. So thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.